Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of Rising Stars. On Rising Stars, we talk about Montreal actors as well as we invite coaches and casting directors so that you get to know the industry a bit better. A little note, thank you to our sponsor, Urban Eats Montreal. And I'm happy to introduce to you today my guest. And I met him at the acting classes, Cedric Keka. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you very much for taking your time and coming.
Thank you for having me, actually.
Let's start from the beginning, and eventually you're relatively young still to the industry, so I guess it's not going to be like rolling back many years, but still, Where did it start? How did it start? Was it something that you kind of got into it, or it was a big dream of a childhood?
Honestly, when I was younger, I was 15 years old, there was a show called Smallville that I really liked. It was good acting.
I know the show.
Good actors. It was really interesting. And, I started to get interested into acting at that moment when I saw like the actors just acting and trying to figure it out.
So immersed and into the watching them?
Try to figure it out if it was real, if it wasn't real, like how it was working, because I knew nothing about acting. So from there, I started to get information in the internet, and it grew from there.
And then you ended up going, so you took your studies, right? You didn't go to study like kind of marketing or finance. You did go more into the acting in your studies?
Well, I have a bachelor in marketing. So I did.
Colleague, actually.
Yeah, I did do a bachelor. But first thing first, when I was 20 years old, I really started acting as an extra because I wanted to be sure if it was real or it was just me thinking that I like something. Because thinking that you like something and actually liking something is two different things, right? So I had to try, and that's what I did. I started as an extra, and from there it just it grew and continued, and I got my agent, and I met a few people, and I started to audition. So yeah,
it's interesting because usually the background, the extra work, you don't really, because in your case it almost feels like it was like a test in the water.
Exactly.
Because usually people either go there to earn money, especially when you're actor, like it's good pay, or just for fun. So it's another interesting angle of how you can take the background extra work is to touch the water and understand like, do I really like it?
Yeah.
Much enough to go and pursue it further.
Because I knew I loved movies, but being in an actual movie is different, You have to go to classes, train yourself. That's really important. People think that you becoming an actor out of the blue. It doesn't work like that. I always say that be an actor is like going to the gym. Always have to train yourself if you want to be the best. Always have to work on stuff, work on your acting, work on your energy, your characters. There's a lot. Your self-taping skills. Yeah. There's a lot to work on.
There's a lot of layers.
Yeah.
So when you were doing the extra work, right? Anything, I remember me when I did my first background work, we were filming Scream 6 in the park here in Montreal. And it was like the same scene going back and forth, probably like a 3-minute scene, shooting an entire day. And I was like, holy shit, it takes a long time. What was your reveals or some, like eye-opening, or like, oh, wow, this is how it's done when you just did the background? Because I think that a lot of time as actors, we underestimate or devalue sometimes the benefits of doing some extra work, but you just brought it from a different angle right now.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't know anything about acting, I feel like that's a good way of learning, because all the ways are good to learn. If you could learn from a certain angle, so take it, right? And I feel like with the information that I had at the time, I didn't have enough to really make an idea out of it. So I had to go see by myself, and really like touch the water and see how it was. And I really liked it. it was a really nice experience. I said, okay, I want more. Okay, what can I do to have more? Okay, I have to train. Okay, what can I do to have more? Okay, get an agent. And goes
Adding
on.
the layers on the layers
Yeah,
on the layers.
it's always.
Which training did you take? Because I know that you took different.
Yeah, I took a class with Susanna Lanier. I started with her when I was 23 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been like years.
Yeah.
I did Strayon also.
Mm-hmm.
Really good acting school. It was like a workshop. I did something from Toronto, like an acting class from Toronto, Armstrong Studio.
Mm-hmm.
So really, they were amazing. I did also like Isol Action. It was online. Really good acting class as well.
So, question then, right? So, where the approach, because eventually there are different techniques, right? Like they're out there, the classic ones. But then, first of all, the question is, like, do you really need that differentiated experience? And how different was also the approach? Was it somewhat similar, the approach to teaching acting when you took it, let's say, with Susanna, then Strayon, then the other ones? Were they completely different from the experience perspective and the teaching approach?
It's a really good question. Actually, it was really different. Let's say there was one who was really, I don't want to say really tough, but more intense, And sometimes as an actor, you have to work with everything. Because when you're going to be on set, you're going to work with people who have experience, people who have less experience, people who are more intense, people who are like more like positive, just joking. So you have to get like really used to it, right? And the acting class that I had, a few of them, it was intense.
When you say intense, like what does it mean? Intense. A lot of lines to learn. I would assume that it's not the case. Something else.
It's not about lines. It's about the approach, like you just said, right? It's about like the craft. When you go out there, and for example, you didn't do your work because you have to work. You have to get into characters. You have to learn your lines. You have to build that energy. If you're not ready, they're gonna tell you. And there is some who's going to be more kind with it and, give you some advice. And there are some who's going to be direct. It's going to tell you. And I really like both approach, to be honest with you. I feel like I just said, you need both. And all the classes that I took, I learned something from it. So it was nice.
How do you manage your stress level before going on set? Any tips, tricks? Maybe you don't have. Like I did some interviews with people who said, like, well, I don't get nervous before the set.
That's a pretty good question too. Actually, I don't really have a tip or something. I'm just trying to be as relaxed. And if I'm stressed, it's not me. Like, I'm getting into class or into like set into the character skin, not in mine. So maybe Cedric, let's say maybe Cedric is stressed, but the character is not stressed. The character want to go out there and do whatever he has to do.
So you kind of try to instill that in your head before going out there and performing.
Exactly.
How else do we get into character? Let's put aside the whole stress, non-stress thing, just overall, like you got a role, you understand the character. Some people, I don't know, like go and do something similar that the character would be doing. And that the actors, that some of them, they went to, when they were playing Psycho, they were going into that environment and trying to get. So like, what is your approach when you need to get into if the character is very close to who Cedric is, I guess it's easier. But sometimes, we have the characters that are the opposites, for example.
I really use a lot of instinct, right? I take a moment for me, read the script a few times, trying to see what the character is about, and try to take it and think about it. Getting to his daily life. What does he like? What does he do for a living? Who he is? This guy is something, right? Walk like him, drink like him, think like him, right? And with time, you build your character. There's no one who knows your character more than you. So you're the person, you're the character. So when you get into set, you do whatever you have to do. And that's it. It's simple. It's not a hard science or something. It's really easy. Work on it. Be that person.
Do you get typecasted? I mean, I saw you in the class, and I saw you in different scenes. In the scene of a caring person, and in the scene of when we did the scene together from the penguin. Yeah, also like an asshole technically. So first of all, do you get typecasted, and then how close or not close this typecast is to what you are, and to what you want to be, which characters you want to play?
I used to be, honestly. Let's say 4 years ago, I used to be a lot, but not anymore.
But what typecasted you were?
What type? The bad guy.
The bad guy?
Yeah, sometimes bad guy. Yeah, kind of a gangster. Let's say that. Athlete also. Sometimes it happens. Yeah, or sometimes just a kind. Lover boy.
No, but still, it's a different type. A couple of different typecasted.
Yeah.
Which one is closer to you? I don't know. Any of the characters they say I really love. That's my. If I could play, 5 movies in a row, I would choose that kind of the character. Psycho, villain.
It's hard because it's. Let's say the kind lover boy. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know what it is.
Yeah, because I saw you have a spectrum. Because there are some actors I find that they are very typical, the same when you watch them in different movies. They look the same, they act the same. There's no different layers to that. So I saw you think, okay, you can be a villain, and then a lover boy, I guess. Yeah. Too. So what's your dream role?
Honestly, I don't really have any.
No?
I know I'm boring, but
that's a different view.
Yeah, it's just I just want to be I just want to have. Let's say I just want to do as many characters as I can. Have range. That's really important. Having a range, it's something that's going to help you in that industry. Because if you're just capable of playing the same person over and over, then you're going to base your career on that thing. And this is not a good thing, right? You have to be able to play whatever. And that's my goal. When I got into acting, one aspect that I was really excited about, it was to play anyone. A bus driver, a psycho, a basketball player, hockey player, whatever, That's what is fun about acting.
Yeah. It is. Do you ask in the acting classes to give you different type of the scenes, the roles, the character? You allow the teacher to choose what?
Yeah, I trust the teacher to give me whatever they feel like it. I'm ready to play whatever character, because that's what is fun. I don't want to know who I'm going to play. I just want to play it. It's like a challenge, And explore the character. Who's that person? And learn about that person.
Did you do only film, or you did film/TV, or you did theater as well?
I don't have any training in theater. No. that is something that I'm thinking about because it's kind of important. Give you tools, really good tools, you know, to act. But I have more training to like movies, you know, film.
Movies.
Yeah, say film.
Do you still remember your first shoot?
As an extra, like everything, or
Well, let's do one extra and one non-extra.
My first experience ever with movies, you know, was I was playing an extra for like this film called Stonewall. It was years ago, years ago, and it was really interesting. You know, it was my first experience ever. I was excited. I was stressed. For me, it was new. You know, so it was really cool. And as a movie, I've done like I had like a role in Le Temps d'Unité, a French movie.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
So that was your kind of, if I would say that, like, what was your first big milestone in your acting career? Would it be that one?
Yeah, that would be that one. Yeah, it was a really nice experience. You know, it was stressful because it was my first ever, you know, big role. You know, I had few, but like a big one. And, you know, I approached the character like I just told you, you know, being
I can imagine.
excited to just
get into it.
Yeah,
Right?
just discover the person, that guy. And yeah, it was really nice, you know. I felt really lucky because it's not easy to get into like film.
Wow, like
and,
to get
you know,
something more than
work.
one liner.
Sometimes, yeah, you know. So when you have something, you just have to, you know, like really enjoy it, have fun, and you know.
Did you audition in person or was it through the self-tape?
It was
How
in person.
in person?
Yeah.
From the get-go?
Yes.
It was a French production, right?
Yeah,
I heard that,
exactly.
yeah, the French production, they often do in-person audition from the very beginning.
Yeah, it was in person. My agent contacted me and he said, Cedric, there's an audition for you. So I went, and I didn't have any bus or something. And that time I wasn't stressed.
When you went for the first audition in person, you weren't stressed?
Yeah, for that one, for the Temps d'Unité, I wasn't stressed. I was like more into like the realm of having fun. Don't put too pressure on myself, just having fun. I don't know why, but that day I was feeling really good mentally. And I went up there and I just did whatever I felt like it, you know, whatever was right for the character to do.
You're not attached mentally. You know, they say that the more you detach, the better usually it all flows.
Yeah.
So you were just going with the intention to enjoy and to do
exactly
the best of what you can.
Exactly. Be the best. And, you know, just enjoy it. Have fun. It is so stressful sometimes that, you know, sometimes you losing your excitement. You know, you're too stressed about it. No, just relax and go out there and have fun. And
so you auditioned, and then did you have a call back, or what was
I had no call back. They called my agent. They contacted my agent and told him that I got the role.
Oh, so you got the role from the first audition?
Yeah, from the first one. Yeah.
You did. What is the character? What was your character?
My character was someone who just got in Canada, and he was trying to fight to stay, but it was really complicated. You know, he had a lot of chance to get deported. So he was fighting for his life, and there was people there to help him. Yeah. So it was really nice, a really good character, really truthful, deep, kind.
So the
person.
kind, almost like the, not really the kind lover boy, but I mean like the kind person, it was very close to
truthful,
what you would want to be casted for.
Yeah, let's say. Yeah.
Actually, I mean.
Yeah, indeed.
And so getting on a film, because usually I find that because of how Montreal is designed, let's put it this way, right? Like you get some big productions, you're lucky if you get casted with one liner role, and then that's it. In this case, you got a role. It was like it was supporting role, right? Was it supporting role?
It was a principal.
Principal.
Yeah, it was a principal.
Okay, so it's a big one.
For me, for my character, it was like 16 days of
16
shooting.
days,
Yeah.
okay. But on and off, right?
Yeah. On and off. No, it wasn't straight.
Yeah. Okay. So how did you approach the script? Because in my head, and again, I'm relatively new to the industry, so okay, when you get casted in this kind of thing, so you have the day to learn the lines, and then that's it. You don't really need to learn the entire script in one run. How did you do? Did you break it? Were you learning a little bit of like every day? Because I guess I would assume it's a lot of things to shoot.
Yes, but first thing first, I read the script like a few times. That's really important to know what's going on with the other characters as well, you know? And when I was really comfortable with the script and I fully understood, let's say, what was going on, I really focused on the story, what the story says, you know, okay, the story is about this, is about that. And from the story, I'm learning my lines. There's a meaning. And when there's a meaning behind lines, you're just going to remember.
It goes easier.
Yeah. So it's really asking you question. Why this? Why that? Or like that. And being into like throw in different sides just to know, okay, experience, you know, okay, what about this? What about that? You know? So fully be in it and think about it, you know. And when you think, life. Exactly, and it's gonna flow into you, and you're gonna just remember. So lines is never a question. Whenever I have a hard time with lines, I'm thinking too hard about the lines, and I'm not asking too much question about what is behind the lines, what the writer is trying to tell me with this character, you know.
Interesting. You worked there on the set eventually with also the actors that were longer in the industry. Not any, I guess there were a lot, but still, what were the conclusions or learnings or things that you observed? Because it's also an opportunity to work and observe the other actors, which I think that's where also you learn a lot. That's why the workshops also are good, right? So when you are on real set with also the actors that have been in the industry for longer than you, what did you learn? Were there anything that were like an eye-opening things for you, or maybe something that added? I understand that it added a layer to you as an actor, but as an experience, or as maybe learned something that you thought, oh, I'm going to be doing those things differently now.
Yeah. Let's say breaking heart. You know, when you have the script, really focus and work hard on your character, because it's not like easy. It's not like, okay, you just learned some lines and you got there. You know, really go deeper, you know, and rehearse.
Did you have rehearsals?
With
the did you have an opportunity within the set? No.
I mean, before we talked about it, we read the script, but we didn't really have like rehearsal. No, we didn't have any rehearsals. But let's say like I really worked on my character, and also the pacing is fast. Yep. So the pacing of like the shooting, you know, sometimes it's just a few takes and then go to the next scene. It's very fast. So you really have to work hard to be really comfortable with the lines. Like this, when you come into set, it's gonna roll and it's going. You know, there's no time to lose. You see? So like you have to be prepared. You really have to be ready to shoot.
They took a lot of takes? Did they take, a lot of takes? Or it was more like...
Yes, they did, but you know, it was kind of fast, you know, like, okay. And in series and show, sometimes it's even faster. So yeah, the pacing is very different. It is fast. So it's not like you're in school, you're like actually filming, you know, so you have to be ready, you know, you have to know your lines and, you know, be ready to go. Because
go.
Because, you know, it's a matter also of time, you know, you don't want to make them waste time, lose time, right? So that's a good element for them to have, to know about you, the fact that you know you're ready and you're ready to go and you have done the work. Like this, that's gonna make them want to work with you again
more. Yeah,
yeah,
like
exactly.
if you deliver, because yeah, it's a fast-paced.
Yeah,
time is money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's a business.
It's the business.
Yeah.
Do you have, like, if you had an opportunity to work with a director, who would it be? And if you had an opportunity, let's put it this way, when you have the opportunity, let's say one day it will happen, to work with a specific cast of actors, let's say like 1 or 2 people, who would they be and why?
Okay, let's say first thing first, the first question, it is Christopher Nolan. I'm a big fan of him, of his films. I think the way he approached films, you know, psychological aspect of movies is just incredible. It made me think a lot, and I really love his movies. I don't really have actors in mind. Let's say Samuel L. Jackson will be one of them. Who else? I mean, Denzel Washington.
I was just thinking like
Denzel.
wanted to say, sure. How about him?
I'm a big fan of him as well. You know, I think he's a really great actor. And he really influenced me as well, you know. I think the way he deliver and the way he is authentic is incredible, you know. You believe in it.
Believable.
Exactly, you know, you believe in it. And sometimes there's some actors trying to show or whatever, but I really like his style as like just telling you, not trying, just being in the moment. And living the scene, living the moment, right? I think that's incredible. So Denzel would be one of them. And who else? Come
on, bring one female actress.
Yeah, okay.
let's add some equality here.
Let's say there's a lot of good actresses. Someone that I have in mind. Actually,
I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, help me with few names. Maybe that's gonna bring some. Because I have. Oh, she's incredible. Yeah, but I mean, obviously, who else? Let's say there's a lot of actors, but I don't have any in mind right now. Specific, yeah. It's more like I've been looking forward to guys because that's what that's.
It's like you benchmark, I understand.
Exactly, you know, I'm thinking about who influenced me, you know, to become an actor. They are those guys, but for female, there's plenty of them. You know, you just say one of the greatest actors ever, you know. But right now, I don't really have one in mind that I have to work, but they're really good. There's plenty of good actresses. What about you? I would want to work with you.
Well, I guess, I would want to work, with her for sure. I actually even wanted to take a couple of, I wanted to take scene from Devil Wears Prada for my classes. One specific scene, like the one that it's in the end when she gets vulnerable. That's the only moment when, remember, like she breaks up a bit her wall of being that woman who never cries, never gets vulnerable. So
you made me think about one Scarlett Johansson. She's incredible as well. Yeah, she will be in it for sure in that casting. Yeah,
so one day,
hopefully,
like, we're manifesting, right? So that's you never know.
Let's hope for it.
How do you keep yourself motivated? Because for me, and I would for myself, I I'm not that long in the industry, so I guess I'm not yet, like too tired of sending auditions, not getting. But when I was trying to push Nikita, right, my son, so he did have at one point of time the moment like, well, I'm not getting anything anyway, like what's the point of doing, right? So I feel like for the younger people, it's even more difficult to stay motivated. So in my mind, still you're a younger person for me, right? And you started at the early age as well. What kept you motivated? What is your secret to keep on moving, keep on doing, and not letting the industry go?
It's really hard. Why are you doing it? Is it because you want to be famous? Or is it because it's a passion? If this is something that you truly love, you're just going to do it. And you have to be consistent. If you want to be a good actor, not a famous one, but a good actor, you have to keep working. If you keep working, I don't want to say every day, but I'm going to say it every day. Improve yourself, then it's going to happen for you. You're going to, in this industry, people are going to tell you no so many times. It's always no, all the time, right? So get used to it.
It's like I always say that if we were paid for the auditions, we would be millionaires. And B, that auditions is like a black hole. You just send.
Yeah. And don't think about it.
And
just send.
Then you just let it go.
Yeah.
And
let it go and don't even hope for nothing. For sure, sometimes there's characters and script or scenes that you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I would like to play that character.
Yeah, exactly.
Like so much. But it is what it is, Sometimes it's at the end of the day, it's not the best actor who gets the role. It's the one who fit the story. And it's all about the story. And after that, connection and who knows who. But mostly it's about the story. And you cannot control. Try to work on things you can control.
The craft.
Exactly. And not think about stuff that you cannot control. You're gonna get crazy.
How important is, and we did touch base a little bit about that just before we started the interview, the whole networking, right? So I understand that probably when you are more into director of filming, it's important, but it is as important when you're an actor as well, right?
Yeah, networking is really important. There's no really formula or something, right? Whenever you have the opportunity, you take it. There's an event and you can go, just go and try to meet people. Acting classes are good for that also. Some small projects, sometimes people think that small projects are just it's just small. Are not really important.
Like student films.
Exactly.
Or some non-paid gigs. Or something like that.
Everything is important. Everything. You never know who you're going to meet. Maybe that person is going to, in few years, going to do movies and that's going to be huge and you don't know, right? So everything is important.
It's opportunistic mentality.
It's about the mindset. Exactly. Do your stuff. When you have an opportunity to take a workshop, you take it. Opportunity to go somewhere where you're going to have a lot of people, even if you don't know them, do it. You don't have to be crazy about it, but just have the opportunity, take it.
Did you do acting or the projects only in Montreal, or you do you have Toronto representation? Do you also do Toronto?
What do you mean? You mean, did I work on a Toronto project?
Did you work on set in Toronto as well?
So far, no. But I would like to. Maybe in the future. Yeah, it would be something to do if I have the chance, obviously.
Is there any role or character that, let's say, you wouldn't do? I know that you are someone who is like, I want to do all of those. I want to try all of those. But I don't know. For example, you get the script, you read the character, and you realize Anything. Just curious, because you sometimes, like, usually the actors, they would say like, oh, like I love this kind of character, that kind. You're fully versatile. Like I want to do everything. So anything that you wouldn't.
I mean, it depends. It's hard to tell you. But like from what I know from me right now, no, I would do all of them. You know, I think there's just no characters that I'm gonna judge or I'm gonna see and say, oh, that's not for me. You know, it's just like it depends. I mean, again, it depends on the context. Maybe the story, there's something in the story. Even the story though, it depends. It's hard to tell you, or it's hard to give you an answer. But it depends. What is the character doing? And I'm forcing, but no, I feel like it's hard to no. It depends on the character, but mostly I'll do all of them.
Do you very often also actors, at least those that I interviewed or I know, very often out here, oh, like I'm also writing, or like, oh, I did direct a short film. So it's almost like, feels like there's always that side adjacent passion, right? Like that also comes hand in hand with acting, that some of the people they pursue. Do you have any of those? And are you into writing, or maybe thinking about doing a short film, directing?
Well, I wrote a couple of projects, but I'm not into really writing. It's just something that I'm trying to do to develop my skills, right? But it's not something that I'm passionate about. I'm really passionate about acting. 100%. And writing is something that I can do sometimes. When I have a good idea, I'll do it, right? I'll try to improve that aspect, because if you improve your writing, sometimes that can help you with your acting. You know, sometimes things are related. So sometimes it's just good to explore it, just to see what it is, you know, to produce, to write exactly, to do something related to acting. And it can really help you to really be better in your acting. But yeah, I've done a few projects, but I'm not gonna say that I'm passionate about writing and something. It's just something that I like to do sometimes, you know, when I have ideas and I want to explore.
What's next for Cedric?
Really a good question, because yeah, I don't really know. I mean, it depends on the opportunity that I'm gonna have, right? But what is really important for me is to improve my skills as an actor. Keep going, keep taking some acting classes.
On taking regularly the acting classes.
Yeah, and when an opportunity is gonna come, I'm gonna take it, and we'll see. You know, at one point I was thinking about going in Toronto.
Oh, it's so funny. I was just about to ask if you were ever planning to go. I don't know. I was want to ask about LA or like New York or that direction. But yeah, did you ever think of moving out of Montreal to pursue it?
Toronto at one point, but you know, I kind of like put that idea to the side, because I just felt like I want to have good training first, you know. And there's a lot of good acting classes in Montreal. So I want to do all of them. You know?
So you wanted when you say that you want to move to Toronto, it was more to pursue the acting career there, right?
Yeah. But what it is about like being ready, and being ready is like
you think you're not ready yet?
Exactly. I think I need to take more classes, you know, be comfortable with the craft, because you're never gonna be ready also in acting, you know, because there's always challenges, there's always stuff, you know. So, but what I'm trying to say is just like, what is the purpose to go to Toronto? For what? Why I'm going there?
More opportunities.
Maybe, but I have opportunities in Montreal. You know, what is the most important thing for me right now is to take training.
Be ready.
Improve myself all the time. And when I'm going to feel like, okay, my training is good, I feel like comfortable, I'll try all the places, I'll discover. But for now, I just want to take training and improve myself.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me again.
Yes,
it was a pleasure.
It was good to know more about you. Not just I know you a little bit from the scenes that we've done, and I really enjoyed it. So I hope to see you again at the classes and to have maybe an opportunity to be on set with you in real life at some point in time.
Indeed.
Thank you.
It'll be a pleasure. Thanks to you.
Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed our conversation and looking forward to the new episode.